I might claim you. Put my number in your phone, nickname you. It's Brianna, if you ain't know my name. Like Alicia, still he told his ex-bitch, bye Felicia. Hit Joye and ship you a couple kicks.
I was talking to one of my friends at work, and she was just like, giving me the best advice, to be honest. But something she said, I'm definitely gonna make it into this video, and it's about baggage. So when we going into new situations and when we're meeting people, and when they do something to us, it inflicts something in us that reminds us of how someone treated us before. And I do that. So if someone's not consistent, I remember who wasn't consistent before, and I'm like, this is a trait that I don't like because blah 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 blah, because blah blah blah. If you do something that's disrespectful to me, that I deem disrespectful, I only deem it disrespectful because how I know how it's made me feel because of someone else. And what we need to start doing as people is learn to stop comparing our current situations to our past situations, because then it doesn't give you room to fruitfully grow in your new situation. Because when you're dealing with people, they don't know about that situation, and because of like the anger from that will penetrate into the new situation, and it makes everything seem worse than it really is, and it's actually unfair on that person. Even if they have done something that is disrespectful in the first place, it makes it seem 10 times worse because of how you felt before. So what we need to learn to do is just basically, anytime any person that's hurt us, it's like you take what you take from that situation and you close the door to it. I'm not saying that you need to be immune from it, but you don't go into new situations taking past experiences into new situations. Otherwise you'd never be able to fully move on and let go and embrace what is currently in front of you and who is in front of you, because it just makes everything worse. And I realised that because I did it with my last situation, to be honest. Like with the person I was seeing, like, so let's say dating, not too long ago, anytime that he would do something that reminded me of my ex or someone before, I would bring it up, but I wouldn't bring up that situation with my ex. It would just be a trait. I'd be like, this is something that I don't like. Like, basically, the whole issue with us is about me being an option, to be honest, because he was seeing multiple people, and I wasn't, obviously. And it was just that, and it was like, me, I just don't like feeling like an option. I don't like feeling like an option. Like, I'm too good to be an option. It's inside me. I feel like if you want me, then it would only be me, and we won't be going through this. Which I stand by, because if you truly want someone, there wouldn't need to be anyone else there. But he is an individual person, and he deserves to go through his process just like everyone else. And if you have to date multiple people to find the person that you want to be with, then just because I don't understand it, who am I to tell him that his way is wrong, just because I know what I want for myself? And it's just that it's a case of where I shouldn't have entertained it. It was like, you shouldn't have entertained it. Like, you immediately knew what you wanted for yourself. You should have taken yourself out of the equation. Why did you allow yourself to be there? And I was like, I tried to take myself out of it, but then, no, you didn't try. You was there because you wanted to be there. You liked the attention and you liked him. And I was like, okay, but then you can't blame him for his process. And I was like, I can't. I saw it and I understood. Like, you can't, because some people, that's just how they go through stuff. That's how they need to go through stuff. Everyone's different. So it was wrong of me to try and put what I felt was right and make his situation wrong, because who am I? You know? And that was only because of how I've been treated before. But that shouldn't even be filtrating into this new situation. So it's like with baggage, from now on I'm just going to take what I know what I've learned from each situation, but it's going to be hard. It's not an easy thing, but when someone's in front of you, you just have to wholly concentrate on them wholly. And because when you do that properly, it's easier to distinguish what you do deem disrespectful in that person, and not because you've been through it before. Like, you need to be looking with new eyes, with new people, with new eyes. Do you know what I mean? Because until we're able to do that, we will never ever be able to get past the surface of things, and we will always find ourselves in the same situations, and it will be a cycle that just keeps going on and on and on and on and on, because we've been in this place before. This place feels too familiar. This place feels, but you can be in the same place, and it could, today could be a it could be like you've never been here before. And that's because you're not thinking about what was, or what happened, or what should have happened then, or what you should have done, or what you could have done, or what didn't happen. It's because now you're looking at this place like, oh wow, this feels different today. And that's how you need to be looking into with people. So I guess I have patience, but I need to have an element of patience and allow things to naturally progress, because of past baggage, my baggage, it filtrates and it kind of smokes my eyes. And before I can let anything really naturally progress, I kind of take myself out of it. But I just have my values. So I know that I will never be an option. And I know if someone wants me, I need to be the only one they want, just like I feel like that's like what they would be for me. So as soon as you know that situation is occurring, you need to take yourself out of it. And that's what I should have done with a lot of situations. It's just so easy to keep blaming like what happened to you before, and then you get confused because you're like, maybe I should give this person a chance because, you know, I do like them and I don't really know them like that. But you're not really giving them a wholeheartedly chance, because what happened to you before is still at the back of your mind, and you should never ever go into new situations with past hurt. And I always say that, but I didn't know that I was doing it I've been doing it. I've literally been doing it. I haven't been doing it so openly, but I've been doing it. And it needs to stop, because it doesn't make you happy and it's just not healthy. So every baggage and every person that's done what they've done, that's happened, and the positive that I take from it is an experience that happened at that time, and now today is a new day. I can't get tomorrow back, I can't get last week back, and I can't get last year back. And obviously things happen to you, you know, you never ever forget. But when someone new is in front of you, and just because you happen to be in a familiar place, it doesn't mean it's going to end the same. And that's the thing, I think you just have that premonition that, oh my God, this is going to happen. I've been down this road before. I know exactly how this is going to end. You're going to do this, you're going to do this. Oh my God, that is exactly what I do, you know. And that is so bad. It's like you're speaking negativity into existence. I mean, the bus goes the same route. Just because someone may have blown up the bus on that same route, it doesn't mean that every time you take a bus it's going to end blown up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you need to stop always having... We just need to stop as people. I need to stop talking to you. I need to talk to myself. This video, boy, I need to watch it back for me. Because I do it so much. And I need to stop doing it. I'm going to stop. I will. The next person that I meet, or that comes into my life, definitely looking with new eyes and just looking at them, because I feel like with that you'll be able to dig deeper than the surface. I don't think I dig deep enough with people, and I think it's just because of little things that happen. Maybe they don't answer my messages now and I've seen they've been online, and just because I remember before, and then it just goes out the window that, oh my God, someone could be busy, someone could be driving, someone could just be... There's times that I do it myself, so I need to stop acting like I've never not read a message and not answered, and answered later. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just, people got shit to do. Life happens. Things, you know, you're not always going to be, just because you know you're not physically someone's priority in that moment, it doesn't mean that you're not in mind. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just, things happen. I just need to... I just feel like I've just been so scarred that I don't know. It's like things just have to be black and white and no grey area. And to be honest, I actually feel like that. I feel like people having a grey area is like confusion. And I feel like, because I'm a straightforward person, I expect people to be straightforward with me, but I don't get that. I always get into these situations where people are indecisive and stuff, and it really frustrates me. So in that aspect, that's when I don't need to be... This is when I shouldn't be like, oh, I've been here, oh, this is what happened with this person, this is what happened with this person, that's why I can't do this. You don't need an excuse. This is not for me. I don't do indecisive. No, you say what it is at the time, with what is pissing you off and what you cannot tolerate at the time. It doesn't need to always be... What I feel like, once you start doing that and expressing your feelings in the moment of how you feel, it's easy to not keep going back about how someone else made you feel, because that person will always keep living throughout all your relationships. And any time that you think or anytime that something's going wrong with someone, it's gonna, what that someone did or someone did before them is always gonna filtrate into these new situations, which makes everything like, at the end of the day, a lot of things can be irreparable, I think that's a word, for sure, but you know what I mean anyway, because it just gets too much. And it's like, you can be your own, we could like be our own worst enemies as human beings, you know, especially with overthinking. So that is definitely something that I have learned at this precise moment. And it's going to change right now. Like, past baggage is past baggage. I've been scarred, I've been hurt, I've been bruised, I've cried, I've self-inflicted pain on myself. I know I've probably hurt others, you know, but that's then. This is not now. And it doesn't, an element of that, yes, makes me more aware and has tainted my perspective on certain situations and certain scenarios. Some stuff I know I cannot tolerate, but I need to be able to remove myself from situations or to express myself without having to go back in time with how someone else made me feel, because ultimately that is unfair for the person that you're trying to get to know at that time or that you're expressing yourself to, and it's unfair for you because we will never ever really fruitfully and truthfully see someone the way we're meant to if we keep allowing the past to taint our views on what we should be looking at now. So, past doesn't have no room in the future. Just like I always say I'll never go back to my ex, I'll never go back to my ex, but they keep living, they're here every single day, every single time I remember something that I'm speaking to someone, and every single feeling that that was negative, you know, you just go back. It's easy to be like, yeah, when this person did this, I need to stop, we need to just stop. The past was the past, that was it. Just like those people are non-existent in your life anymore, why should the feelings of what they did be existent right now? That's what I mean. I said it in the last video, like, we need to really learn to give time to understand what people's characteristics are, and if it's just a negative trait they have, or if it's something that they need to work on. It's just something, like, you can't keep judging people based on how we've been treated in the past, because not every road is going to end the same. That's basically the motto of the video. I don't think this video needs much editing, you know. Just think I need to put my little thing in there, you know, my little the intro, and that's it. Really, it's the thing about living in Southend, man. Oh. But anyway, see you guys tomorrow with the next topic. And remember to keep putting down what you want me to talk about downstairs. Like, put it down. Put it down. You guys, I love you too. I adore you. I love the fact you love to hear me laugh and all of that. But I want to know what you want to hear. Okay? Right, I appreciate you guys, and I love you like so much. Thank you for your ongoing support. It's amazing. We're nearly at 4K, you guys. We nearly got 4,000 subscribers. So it's amazing. It's amazing because my content is not like popular type of content, so for me to even be as far as I am, nearly 700,000 views on my channel, that's not far from 1 million. Nearly 1 million people have watched my stuff, and that's because of you guys talking and supporting me, and it's just the opportunities that have come from this is just amazing, and I just love the fact that you appreciate me being me, and I just adore you guys. I got enough of this mushy nonsense. Bye, I beg, leave me alone.
I'm where the ghosts are.